anger management. We all want to learn anger management, but somewhere I believe that in the race of running behind things, race of growing, somewhere we get so angry at small things that we don't think what we are speaking when it comes to when we are already angry, when we are high tempered. We don't know what word came out of our mind. And that is what anger does. It just disturbs your mind. You don't have control on your tongue, you don't have control on your mind. You are not in a stage to think what you should speak, who is in front of you, how you should speak, what you should do. You don't know anything. It's just you simply keep on speaking. A very good afternoon to all of you in today's session of anger management. And today we are going to learn about managing your anger, controlling your anger, and how stagging can help us in controlling our anger. So let me just start with this beautiful quotation. Yesterday when I was surfing the net for one of my project work, I came across this quotation. And seeing this quotation, I realized that how true this is. Try to manage your anger since people can't manage their stupidity. It is so simple, and it has explained why you should manage your anger in just one simple word, that why you want to be angry, why you want to hyper yourself, why you want to affect your physical health, why you want to shoot up your blood pressure, why you want to why you want it to be a reason for your any of the physical illness, why you want to get disturbed emotionally, just because some people cannot manage their stupidity. Are we supposed to care about these people so much? Should we give them this much of importance that they act as a powerful person to affect our health? Should we do that? In this situation, if you're not controlling our anger, then we must say that when a person is controlling our anger because of the stupidity of other person, then the other person is stupid. His activities are stupid. But if we are not controlling our anger due to that stupidity, then we are the one who are going to be called as the stupid creatures. So we are simply wasting on the energy, we are simply wasting on the words. And when you get angry, it's not just one person you are affecting. It's not the person who did stupid act you are affecting that. You are affecting all the persons around you. You burst out your anger even on your family members. You burst out your anger on the friend. You burst out the anger on all those persons who are very close to you. You take those relations for granted, that let me burst out my anger, let me free myself. And in the race of freeing yourself, you simply end up hurting the people who are close to you. They won't say anything because they know that you are angry. Then why you cannot understand that your anger is affecting someone's emotion? You are hurting someone's emotion who was not the reason for your anger, who was not the cause of your anger. Why you want to do all those things? And we keep on doing those things every day. Whenever I see a person angry, I just, I have gone through many people whom I have seen angry at different stages of life, and what I have realized is the person was angry due to some specific situation, some specific act, and he burst out his anger on each and every individual who is coming in his way. If he is angry for entire 1 hour, for that 1 hour, whosoever enters in his room, whosoever tried to talk to him, he just burst out on that person as if he is just sitting with a knife in his hand, that let someone come and I'll just use my sharp knife to hurt that person. You'll say that, ma'am, anger is an emotion. We are not, it's nothing to do with the physical thing. But do you know, the physical cut which you get is healable. You can apply medicine, you can apply lotion, you can take painkillers, you can get dressing done, you can fix a bandage on that. But the thing which hurts you internally, there is no cure for that hurt. You cannot put a
Yes, ma'am, you're
bandage.
right. It does. I just
Yeah.
experienced it yesterday. It really does. And ma'am, it's very difficult to control your anger. Like when you decide to, I will keep shut right now. I will keep my mouth shut right now. Yesterday, I was screaming in my head. I was having chest pain, ma'am, to control it. It took a lot from me yesterday, literally, ma'am. But at the end of the day, I was happy that I haven't done anything wrong and I haven't spoken anything. And also
On
thanks
one,
to you.
thank you so much. On one part, yes, I'm very happy, Sushmita, that you have not hurt anyone. But see, now it's a time for you to get over this also. See, though you have not hurted anyone, but internally, when you are saying that when you got angry, you are having chest pain. So somewhere you were hurting yourself. No, you need to stop that thing also. You have started the try the first step towards controlling your anger is very good. I'm very happy to hear that this is how you have controlled your anger. At least you have not given any emotional hurt to any of your relation. You know, our relations are very precious. But we at the time of anger, we at the time of frustration, we at the time of stress take all the relations for granted. We think that no matter how bad we behave, how rudely we speak, uh, how much anger we show on them, they're never going to leave us. Agree? They're never going to leave you. But are you supposed to take their love for granted? Are they the one who are there to stay with you for bearing your anger? No, they are not the one to stay with you to bear your anger. They are the one who are supporting you. They are one because they love you. So why don't you share the same emotion? Instead of showering your anger when you are angry, try to spend some lovely moments with them. That is also going to control your anger. It's not that when you shout on someone, that is the only way you can control your anger. If you divert your mind, you can control your anger. So yes, if you don't react to the stupidity, then you are at a stage where you are managing your anger. But if you are reacting to the stupidity of the other person, then the stupidity is definitely theirs. But you are the person who is acting as a stupid person by reacting on some silly things, some things which are of no use also. I'm not telling you that you need to control every time. Sometimes it is necessary to show your anger, but not always. You need to differentiate between when it is important to show your anger and when it is important to let go. Learn the art of letting things go. You know, in this picture, if you can see, a girl is doing yoga. This is the way she is calming herself. This is the way she's relaxing herself. This is the way she is controlling her anger. Now, if we talk about Mannabhai MBBS, in that movie scene, you have also seen that Dr. Asana. What he used to do, he always used to laugh loudly so that that anger, at the point of time when he's angry, that anger doesn't affect his physical health, right? He used to smile at that time, he used to laugh loudly just to control that thing. And yes, it is very important. You know, anger leads to depression, it leads to aggression. And for aggression, depression, there is no medical treatment. Now, if you will say you are suffering from fever, you can take 3 days course and you will get back to normal. If you are suffering from any disease, you can take the treatment, you will get back to normal. If you have got any kind of physical hurt, you can consult a doctor, that will be healed. But if you have entered into depression, if you have started acting aggressively, there is no medicine to cure those things. Learn to control your anger. One more quotation was, when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where your power is. Show your power. I cannot control the things going outside, but I can control my behavior. I can control the way I'm going to react. That is under my control, right? That is what controlling your anger. In the organization, politics are going on. You cannot control that politics, as it is the internal part. It is going to be there. But you can control yourself to be a part of that politics. You can control yourself from speaking bad about anyone, from taking someone's side. You can control that thing. A person is continuously blaming you for something, you cannot control him. If he is blaming you, if he has uh, seen that he has never trusted you, he's never going to trust you, right? But in that situation, you can take the control of how you're going to react, how you're going to respond. It's better to be quiet, it's better to move out. And if the things are very casual, like it has nothing, it is not going to affect your personal as well as your professional life, the blaming part is just very casual. So you can simply say, okay, if I did, if you think I did, okay, I did, and simply move out from that situation instead of getting triggered for the anger. So that simply says, if you can't control what's happening around you, challenge yourself to control the way you are going to respond to what is happening. Okay, how to deal with angry feeling effectively? How you can deal with those feeling effectively? Anyone who can come up with the answer how to deal with those feelings?
Divert our mind.
Yes, diversion of our mind. Perfect.
Yesterday I was praying so that I don't speak because whatever I will say, it will reveal in my tone.
Yes, one of the main side effect of this is that whenever we are speaking, no matter, we'll think that we spoke very casually. We're not getting rude, but other person knows by our tone that yes, the person is getting angry. He's shouting. That tone, it explains everything. Right. So yes, definitely there are many things. Diversion is one of the things. So first is identify stressor and learn stress management techniques and relaxation skill. What things relaxes you? Staying alone, going out for a walk, jogging, cycling, boxing, playing any sports, writing, bursting out your anger on paper and just sharing it. I know these things look very funny. No, these things look funny, but try it out once. You're feeling so angry, you're feeling like saying bad words to other person. Imagine that person, write down as much bad as much you wanted to say to that person, write it down on a paper. You will really feel very relaxed. The stress will simply go out of your mind. This is the relaxation technique. Believe me, try it out once. Once you have written, tear that paper, throw it away, put that into the water, and you will feel that yes, it will give you a feeling that actually you have bursted out your anger on the other person. Because imagining your imagination, that person is going on, and then on paper you are writing something, you are saying whatever you wanted to say to that person. So that is a relaxation technique. Boxing, the person who get very angry, they go for boxing if they love that thing. Again, a relaxation technique, they're relaxing themselves. Cycling, your creativity, your painting, drawings, hobbies, all these things can act as a relaxation skill, the stress management techniques for you. But before that, you need to identify the stressors. You need to identify which all things are making you angry, which all things are giving you stress, and you have to keep yourself away from that. There are some people have allergy. They have food allergies, right? For example, people might have allergy from peanut. If he or she eats peanut, then he might get itching, vomiting, some discomfort, some redness on the screen. It can be even life threatening, right? So they have a lot of different types of these allergies. So what they do, they identify that thing, the ingredient which is allergic for them, which is life threatening for them, and they simply keep in mind to avoid that thing. They don't put that thing, they avoid eating that thing, right? They even don't allow that thing to be there in the kitchen also, so that by mistake also that thing doesn't happen. Same way, you have to identify the stressors, which all things are giving you stress. You need to be away from that. For example, if you think that there is one subordinate, your subordinate is always being a problem for your anger. He is always making you angry by his acts. Try to maintain a distance from that person. Don't mingle with that person. It's just hi, hello, it's done, and then you're back to your work. So this can act as a stress management technique, as a relaxation skill, because you are simply not allowing the stress to enter your cells. You're simply not allowing that negative energy, that anger, the trigger point you are not giving. So you can try out that thing. Take steps to establish. Now you have to take the steps how you are going to establish, how you are going to work on relaxation technique, how you are going to work on managing your anger, what all things, what all techniques you can use to manage your anger. You can divert your mind. How you are going to divert your mind? There are many ways, like having a ball in the hand, going out for a walk, running, diverting your mind by counting backward. Many techniques are there. What is working for you? Just select one. Real communication skill. You need to practice real communication skill. How? When you get angry, just relax, leave that situation. After some time back, when you are relaxed, when you are having a stable mind, come back and talk to that person. Use your communication skill to make other person realize that whatever he did was not right. He did it wrong. He shouldn't have done that thing, or he shouldn't have spoken those bad words. You need to communicate those things. If you're not going to tell that person back, he'll never realize, he or she will never realize. That is also required, but not in the aggressive way. Identify the emotional baggage from childhood issues, how you can control yourself, what things you used to do when you used to get angry when you were a child. So those issues, you can just identify your emotional baggage. Learn to recognize your body's reaction to anger. Recognize how your body reacts. Is it turning red? Are you shivering? Are you feeling low? Is your face turning dark? So all these things you need to identify. You have to recognize how your body reacts when you get angry, because these body reaction is going to help you to practice your relaxation skill, to divert your mind, to stop yourself from bursting out, right? So you need to identify all these skills, all these reactions, how your body reacts. Then learn to state your true feeling. Yes, you have to state your true feeling. When I'm saying that you need not to get angry, you need to control your anger, you need to move out from that situation. That doesn't mean that if someone has really hurted you, you just don't tell that person back that his or her act has hurted you. You have to talk to that person. You have to communicate. You have to tell that person that this is how you felt when he or she spoke that way, when he or she did that thing with you. You have to communicate that thing, your true feelings, with the other person also. Attempt to see things from the other person's perspective. Yes, you think that things are wrong, but you need to learn and understand from their perspective only. Maybe the way they have reacted, maybe the way they bursted out, maybe the for the reason for which they got angry, maybe genuine from their end. You might have done something. Whenever someone gets angry on us, we always think that it's their fault that they're getting angry on us. There might be a reason which is being given by us to them, due to which they are getting angry on us, right? So you need to identify those things. You need to understand themselves. You need to understand them also. You need to fit yourself in their shoe when they got angry. You have to do that thing. You have to understand their perspective, and then only you can come to a final conclusion. Now, with this, we have done with the like how to deal with your angry feeling. Now we are going to talk about how you can control your anger by stacking. What is stacking? You know, anger is usually in different stages, right? That we have already learned that there's different trigger stages there, than the burst out stages there, the different stages. Same way, how you can control your anger through staging. What are the main three stages in anger? Anger usually have these 5 stages. That is, first is passive aggressive. What is passive aggressive? What's that? You know, have you?
Aggression, but
Yes, yes.
aggression, but not very strong. Weak aggression. I'm not sure, ma'am. I just guessed and said it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. You know, this type of people, when it is passive aggressive, what they do, the angry person quickly withholds. You know, he just grab that thing. He refuses to give it back. Whatever the object is, whatever the object of anger wants. Like for example, uh, two kids are playing, right? Okay, not kids. We'll go with the organization example. If the boss blames a person for his or her work, so what the employer do, he quickly go and take that project back. He don't give a chance to the boss to analyze everything. He kept quickly stall on that project back. So he is withholding that thing. He is refusing to give that thing to the other person, due to which is the object of anger, due to which the anger might be triggered. He is withholding that thing. He's not giving that thing. Right? That is passive aggressive. He is showing aggressive, but he's not using any kind of bad words. Second is sarcasm. What's that? Sarcasm, that you all know. This word is very much familiar, right? Right, we all know this word. So it says that the angry person may accelerate to sarcasm. He might use the sarcasm to turn down the table. So if the person complains, the angry person may turn it around. If person is coming and complaining you that you did that, and he's getting angry, what he will do, he'll say some words, he'll say something, and he'll turn it around. Now the other person is calm and he is showing that, see, I am not getting angry. You know, you did that wrong. So just see that what he did, though it was his mistake, he has turned around the table. He has put the things, he has the anger has bounced back from him. So that's what he did, the sarcasm. He uses sarcasm. Cold anger, the silent, cold treatment, and minimum or no response at all. This is the cold anger. You know what he do? He may simply stand up, he may simply leave the room, he may behave as nothing is entering in my head. I don't know what you are talking, I don't know about anything. So this is the cold anger, the silent treatment, the minimum response or no response, simply leaving from that situation, going away from that room, and just trying to control the anger. Hostility. Um, if you keep on dumping things in the dustbin, if you are not emptying it ever, what is going to happen? What's going to happen?
It will feel overflow.
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 Okay.
Overflow.
If let me give you example of a pressure cooker. If the pressure is more in the cooker, what will happen?
Burst.
Burst. Right, it's going to burst. So same as with hostility. We keep on dumping things inside us. We keep on dumping anger inside us, and that is, those small crackers. For example, take the anger as the small crackers. We are dumping the crackers inside us, and finally, it is just waiting for some specific moment to be the time bomb, to just take a big blast. When many crackers, they'll be inside us, and if we just put a matchstick in it, what is going to happen? A blast will be there, right? A blast is going to be there. That's what it is. Hostility. We keep on dumping things, the time bomb. Now we are ready with the small crackers have been converted to time bomb. And now the time bomb is just waiting to blast at some specific moment. With this, I just recall one movie, the movie named Makhi. I don't know whether you have seen or not. The movie named Makhi. In that, anyone who have seen that movie?
Ma'am, I did half, not full.
Okay, no, that was in the end part. In the end, the small fly, very small fly, the fly was collecting small amount of uh, the small amount that comes out of cracker. He was collecting, the fly was collecting that, and finally, at the end, to kill the villain, the fly just put a matchstick and there was a blast. So small thing, when we keep on collecting small things inside it, it is definitely going to take a big drastic route. Either it's going to be a time bomb and then everything, or it may end us also. It may end us, as in it may land us into many different physical health issues also, because we are having lot of anger. We are just pissed off those things. We have come across many situations where people take some bad steps, right? They take many bad steps for their life. What is the reason? The reason is this only. They keep on filling things inside them and they are unable to control that. They have reached to such a level when they don't find any solution, and they simply think that the final and the best way to deal with the situation is to end up the things. That's what they do. So hostility is something like that, where we keep on the time bomb. We have made a time bomb and it is just waiting for the blast to come at some specific situation. It's just waiting for the other person to do just one mistake, and the person is ready to hold the neck. Like one moment he's waiting for. And the last is aggression, where angry people act out physically, yelling, threatening, all these things they do. This is the last stage, and the very worst, very bad stage. Either you will end up harming someone else or you will end up harming yourself. So these are all the different stages by which the angry person may go through, or he may be in any of the stage. For someone, it can be cold anger, it can be hostility, it can be sarcasm, and it can be aggression, it can be passive and aggressive. Being passive also, being aggressive also. So from all these things, you can land into any of these things, any of the way of showing your anger or controlling your anger. These come under anger management to setting. If you know all these things, you need to control yourself. You need to hold on your anger. As I told you the quotation in the beginning, controlling your anger is very important. Now we are going to start with a new thing in this, that how to gain control over anger. Can anyone tell me how you can gain control over anger? How you can control your anger? Whenever I talk about some topics, we just come up with the most common answer. Like when I talk about communication, what is communication? It is sharing of information. But there are more than that thing. Like if I talk about characteristics, so we'll get that the idea should be there. It should be two-way process and limited to three things. Same way. If I'm talking about gaining control, here I'm not telling you to manage your anger. Here I am telling you how you can gain control, how you can control your anger completely, how that anger can be controlled in such a way that it is not affecting you, it is not affecting your relationship. Along with that, it is not affecting someone else also, but you are making the other person understand that their act, their response, their words were not right. They have really made you angry. And making someone understand that you are angry, for that you don't need to shout every time. You can, with your polite words, with some situation, also you can make them understand that yes, you have made us angry, right? How many of you think that being like shouting and screaming is the only way to say other person that we are angry?
Ma'am,
There can be many other.
sometimes being silent, we can also make someone understand that you have hurt us.
Okay, we have. Right. So now here, when we will talking about gaining control over anger, we will be discussing about first what things makes you angry. Now, when we are talking about what things, recognizing the signs, there can be many signs. There can be physical signs, there can be emotional signs, there can be some other signs like rubbing your head or losing your sense of humor, a confusion, a mind of confusion. So all these things are there which act as a reason, act as a sign for you. So if I talk about physical signs, what do you think are the physical signs of showing your anger, now of getting to know that yes, these are the signs that I'm getting angry? What can be the physical signs?
People gets red, people shake,
Right.
then
Okay, turning
shaking,
red, shaking, right?
shaking red. Sometimes
What?
people stammer while talking. Sometimes people
Okay,
stammer out of anger.
right. And what else can be the reason? Dizziness. Some may get stomach ache, headache, or all of a sudden your heartbeat increased, right? Increased heartbeat. That can be again the reason.
Yes,
And if
increased
I
heart.
talk about, yes, if I talk about emotional signs, emotional sign of anger, what do you think they can be?
Crying. They'll cry, mom.
Yes, crying, perfect, and
They'll sweat more, mom.
sweating, crying, okay, and what about like my emotional sense is just I just want to leave this place. I cannot stay over here. Is it again the emotional sign of anger, that I'm just getting angry, so I'm just leaving this place, I'm just quitting, I'm just going away from this place? It can be an emotional sign, right? Or it can be your sadness, your depression, your guilt, your inside, you're anxious about something. All these signs are again the emotional sign which shows that yes, you are angry. And other than emotional sign, we have some other signs like you will see that some person are getting sarcastic. They are speaking anything irrelevant to whatever discussion is going. They're just being sarcastic. This is again one of the sign of getting angry. Or have you seen some of the people just keep on doing this thing, like, or they keep on doing this kind of activities, their hand gestures. So these all are the sign of nervousness as well as anger also. They are acting in a very abusive manner, or they're craving for any kind of drinks, they're craving for any kind of addictive things. They might be shouting. These are the some of the signs which shows that yes, you are getting angry. So when I'm talking about gaining control over anger, the first and the foremost thing is you need to analyze your signs. The sign will be either from these three, physical, emotional, or any other sign. You need to analyze, you need to find out that sign. Some sign might be there whenever you are going to get angry. You know, for me, when I just get angry, someone just told me that whenever I'm angry, you know, I just start moving my eyes here and there. No, someone told me, one of my friends, they've just observed me, and they told me that whenever you get angry, keep on moving your eyes. And what I have realized is, whenever I get angry and the anger is on the top, I start shivering. No, that shivering is not with the body. Even I am unable to speak properly. There are a lot of signs which I see when I get angry, and that anger forces me even to shout on any small thing, maybe a small act which is not wrong, but it irritates me. I get irritated. So there are a lot of signs, not just one sign, there are a lot of signs. The only thing is, you need to identify, those signs which makes you which makes realizes you, which make you realize that yes, now you are getting angry. Once you realize those signs, once you recognize those signs, then we are going to work on the thoughts, like how we think, that can control our anger. That is the second thing. Like we are going to express ourselves, or we are going to do some kind of exercise, but for that thing you need to identify your anger. So in the next class we will be starting with the new module, that is gaining control over anger. That is going to be the module 2 of anger management. Module 1 is done, where we have discussed about how to control the anger, what are the different stages, what are different types of anger. Those all things we have completed. Now we'll be starting with the module 2. And yes, you will be having your exams also for this value added courses, but only will be conducting only one exam. That is going to be the last after finishing of the course. And to get the certification, that exam is compulsory. You have to attempt that exam. Okay. And make sure your attendance is complete. Minimum 30 hours of training is required for specific course. Okay, we are not going to club all those 30 hours. We are going to take the specific core 30 hours you have completed or not, you have given the exam or not, and then we will be issuing the certificate. That is the mandate which we have to follow. So in case if you miss any class, you have the option to join from your app again. You will be directed to the YouTube, see the class, and you will be marked as attended. Okay, because we know we are running the session in the morning, so it is difficult for you to attend those sessions. So don't forget to attend those sessions from the browser after finishing of your entire day. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so we
ma'am.
are done with the second last session of the day. Okay. And now we just are left with one last session, that is motivation. So we'll start that session as 4:50. You have 50 minutes, relax, rest, and come back at 4:50. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.